I know I'm mad late, y'all, and I should have been doing this a long time ago, but it's all good. Better late than never now. So guess what? Let's finish this shit. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Wooly, and you are here for the final installment, the long overdue edition of CD case studies. Yes, CD case studies, y'all. That segment I did a while back where I was going through my CD book and trying to find shit and then tell you about the shit and tell you stories. This is the dope segment, right? Yeah, I know I forgot about it. I know y'all probably didn't because y'all kept reminding me about the shit. But yo, it's time. I'm just going to finish it out in one mega grand finale video. Now here's the thing, y'all. This is the book right here, right? But this isn't necessarily the only book. Now, I had another book that I've been trying to hunt down and find from back home up north. But the problem is, can't be found. And those had a lot of other albums. That's why it took such a delay, because I was trying to get those albums or those books sent to me. I thought they were still in someone's possession, but they're not for some reason. So I'm just going to have to chalk it up as an L. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the remaining CDs in here that I did not talk about from artists I did not talk about. So whatever's in here, I'm going to talk about in one mass video. They're going to be burned copies, original bought copies. Doesn't matter. If I ain't talk about it, I'm going to talk about it in here. I don't know how many it is, y'all, because I went through pretty much the bulk of this book right here. But you know what? We're going to talk about it and we're going to get it going. So for the last time, we're going to go open the book right here. And we're going to talk about the albums in here. I'm just open it up. And I'm going to go through the pages. I'm going to pull out an album and I'm just going to talk about it, y'all. And let's go through this journey. It's one last journey. Number 35. All right, so let's see. We did that shit. We did that. We did all that. Okay. Oh, here we go. Boom. We'll start with this one. Bam. Jake One Freeway, the stimulus package. Now this album dropped. When this shit dropped? I don't even know when it. The 2000 shit. 2000. I think it was like 2007, 5, 6, 7, 5. It was like a while ago. I gotta look some research on that, but this shit is fucking fire. Now this is the collaboration album between Freeway and Jake One, crazy dope producer, crazy dope MC. If you know who Freeway is, he was on Rockefeller Records. He had Philadelphia Freeway, which was a classic itself. And this album right here is a fucking banger. It was dropped on Rhyme Sayers. And like, yo, the beats on this motherfucking album, Jake One is one of my favorite producers. He killed this shit. Freeway came through and killed it. I mean, you got, you know, the stimulus package opening. He had a Beanie Siegel opening on that short shit. Or Beanie Siegel was, before Beanie Siegel's voice was the way it was. Now, he had it on here. It was crazy. She Makes Me Feel Alright. The Rick James sample track on here was fucking dope as fuck. You Know What I Mean. Oh my, I'm gonna go back and listen to this shit. This shit was fire. And not only that, I don't have it with me, but the packaging on this album was fire, because what Rhyme Sayers did was they made these like fake ass like dollar bills with Freeway's face on it and Jake One's face on it, but the big ass dollar bills were actually like the liner notes. It was fucking crazy. And the CD case itself was a wallet. It was the most ingenious fucking like packaging I've ever seen. I wish I still had the shit, but yo, this is the dope album. If you ain't heard Freeway and Jake One, the stimulus package, do yourself a favor and listen to this album, because this is one of Freeway's best projects. It's definitely one of Jake One's best produced albums. And honestly, yo, I remember getting this album. My little brother actually bought me this album for my birthday. I remember he surprised me with it. So shout out to my little bro. He knows what his big bro likes. So yeah, this is a very special album. Really dope. So check out Jake One, Freeway, the stimulus package. If you have not heard this album, fucking fire. I'm gonna go listen to that shit after this, because like, yo, it's heat. It's heat. All right, let's see what else we got up in here. Okay, we flipping, y'all. Like, I'm enjoying this. Okay. All right, I guess it's okay to talk about this album because his last album was so whack. So this one kind of like is not as bad to talk about, but I'm gonna preface. It's Eminem, y'all. First of all, and yeah, I'm gonna preface it by saying Marshall Mathers LP and Eminem show. I had it. It was in the book up north that I was trying to lock down. I don't know what happened. Somebody stole my shit. I know it, but it's all good. So we gonna talk about this motherfucker right here, Encore. Yeah, you know what Encore was about. I mean, it wasn't that good, y'all. I mean, like, Rain Man was dope. I mean, even though it didn't make no fucking sense, I like the beat on there, and you know. I mean, like shit. I know the whole song of Rain Man for some reason. I know everything. I'm not gonna say it though. But also, I mean, like Evil D. I had it though. Like my sister bought this for me, okay? Because like, you know, it's got a bonus DVD. with it. You know, I watched it like twice, you know. But I mean, you know, this album dropped, what, 2000 and fuck, where are the fucking years on these CDs? Like, they don't even want to tell nobody. See, that's what it is. It's like, it was like mid-2000s, I think, that's when this shit dropped. And he had the song, the We Made You song, and some other shit. I honestly blocked this album out of my memory, y'all. I didn't even know I still had this shit, but, you know, there's Encore, and then, you know, I also got Recovery. Now, I don't even know how I ended up with this album, y'all. Like, somebody had it, and then somebody gave it to me, and that's what it is. Honestly, y'all, I've like spin this album probably one time, and it's not a bad album. I mean, you know, it's sort of this like comeback album in the way where he kind of like shifted his sound from being, you know, a more of a serious Eminem. And of course, you got, you know, Not Afraid, Love the Way You Lie, you know, those big hits he had and whatnot. So, yeah, it's the first album M had drug free. So yeah, that's what that is. So I got all the whack ones, y'all. I mean, not the whack, you know what I mean. The best ones I wish I had on me, but no, you know, you've heard Encore and you've heard Recovery, but if not, I mean, check them out. I mean, Recovery's better than Encore, so check that one out. Okay, here we go. It's 50. And this is the 50 album that this is when I realized that yeah, I don't like 50 that much no more. Like his first album, I don't got Get Rich or Die Trying no more, y'all. I had a burn copy of that shit's lost, but I still got this shit, The Massacre. Now, like, everybody was hyped when this shit dropped. If this shit dropped, what, is there a year on this motherfucker too? Come on, 2005. Okay, when The Massacre dropped, this is when everybody was like, okay, what's 50 gonna do? You know, because, you know, Get Rich or Die Trying was like a huge fucking success. So, I mean, he came out with Candy Shop, and I remember the first time I heard Candy Shop, I was actually at the YMCA by my house playing pool, and they was playing fucking like MTV music videos, and I had heard the song. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's a cool little joint, you know, the Scott Storch beat and whatnot. And I said, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I wasn't really too hype on the song. It wasn't like no In the Club or some shit. And then when I got the album, I like In My Hood. I like how the beginning of the album started off, because it was supposed to be Valentine's Day Massacre, and you know, the girl pops in the CD, and all of a sudden, like, she hears the gunshots, I think she gets shot, and then you hear the coins dropping, and then it goes into In My Hood. I love that transition. That's a fucking dope ass intro. And then also, you know, somebody's gotta die tonight. There's a lot of joints on here. You know, I mean, it's not a terrible album, but it's nowhere near as good as Get Rich or Die Trying, in my opinion. But I think it sold like 1.1 million in the first week, and I also think this was the same time that he was beefing with everybody like Jadakiss and Fat Joe and all of them. And, you know, they came out with their disses, and so, yeah, I mean, that's what it was. So that's 50 Cent, The Massacre. If you ain't heard that one, check it out. Pretty sure you have. But, yeah, that's in the book. Okay, speaking of Jadakiss, y'all, here we go. I got my man Jada, Kiss the Death. Now, this is a dope-ass album. I think this is his second solo LP after Kiss the Game Goodbye. I never owned that one. My sister's boyfriend had that shit, so I would just spin his album of that. But this is a really dope follow-up album. I like this one. This one had the song Why with Anthony Hamilton, which is a very dope song, where the whole song, Jadakiss is asking the question why. A very social political song, but it was really, really hard-hitting and dope. It's also a song on here with Styles P. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's when they go back and forth and shit. Actually, when did this shit drop to? I'm looking at dates now. Fuck. You ain't gonna put it on there? For real? Cause y'all some bitches for this shit. Whatever. Well, when this shit, I think it was like 2004, I think, or 2003, 2004. I don't know. But this is a dope fucking album. I can't think off memory because I haven't heard this shit in a long time, but I know this shit is fire. I know that shit. I know you should listen to it because Jadakiss comes with the crazy bars. But yeah, Kiss the Death was dope. But I still think Kiss the Game Goodbye is my favorite Jadakiss album, personally. But Kiss the Death was dope. It's a really dope song, or a dope album. So check that out. It's fire. What else okay, here's right here. This is a sleeper album. It's a burn joint, y'all. DJ K Slay, Pain from the Game Volume 2. Now, I got this as a burn copy. I burned this from another burn mixtape copy. This is actually a DJ K Slay mixtape. Now, if you don't know who DJ K Slay is, he's a popular DJ out of New York, big time, and he used to drop albums back in the day. And this album was fucking star-studded with so many dope artists and dope records. I mean, on this album, you had Ghostface Killah and Scarface on the same record. You had Joe Budden, Fat Joe, and the singer Joe on the same record. You had Obi Trice on the album. You had the Diplomats on here. You had a whole bunch of up-and-coming cats. There's this song on here called get this thing through. To get this thing through here, I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of dope fucking rappers. But there's this dude called Angel who sounds Angelus is his name. He sounds just like Jay-Z. That's probably why he didn't make it, because this nigga sounds just like fucking Jay-Z. Exactly. I thought it was Jay-Z at first, but who else is on this motherfucker? Shit, that's a lot of dope artists on here. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yo, fuck, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, y'all listen to the Diplomats. Fuck, yo, I'm gonna go back and listen to this shit too. But yeah, Pain from the Game, Volume 2. Oh, Papoose is on here, and he had Alphabetical Slaughter, where he pretty much rhymed. This is the first song. This is the first album that had Alphabetical Slaughter, which is amazing. Just listen to Papoose, Alphabetical Slaughter, shit's fire. But yo, I mean, it's a lot of dope shit on here, y'all. Like for real. So check out DJ K Slay, Pain from the Game, Volume 2. I think you can probably find it on like iTunes or some shit. You can probably find it. It's out. All right, singing nigga shit. Let's do some singing nigga shit, y'all. Why the fuck not? John Legend, like yo, when John Legend first dropped, y'all, John Legend was the shit. So I got Get Lifted and I got Once Again. This is his first and second album. I mean, the first album, Get Lifted, it had, you know, Ordinary People, which is like a fucking amazing song still. I mean, also Get Lifted, the title track. I mean, Kanye produced both these joints. This album right here, Once Again was dope. Yeah, Heaven Only Knows, that was Heaven was dope. What else is on? Oh shit. Where Did My Baby Go? Each Day Gets Better. I mean, yeah, John Legend, I was fucking with John Legend for a hot minute. I still do kind of low key. So this was 2006 for this album. I think 2005 or 2004. So yeah, if you want some smooth grooves and you ain't got into John Legend, check his first two albums out because they're fucking fire. So Get Lifted and Once Again, those joints are fire. That's when Kanye was still making good shit. I mean, he still, you know what I mean? He was making that real Kanye shit. So let's see what else is up in here. I'm going through shit. Oh yeah, here we go. Underrated motherfucker from Rockefeller, Memphis Bleek, y'all. Memphis Bleek Made. Now this album right here is the first Memphis Bleek album that I really actually played. I really wasn't too big in Memphis Bleek, but I have to say this is a really dope album. One of the most notable songs on here is Round Here. I think it features Trick Daddy and T.I. That song's fucking fire. The beat on there is fucking crazy. Just Blaze, I think, produced this entire album. So if that says anything, you know the beats on here are fucking fire, because Just Blaze did the whole damn thing. And he's got Jay's on here, I believe. Freeway's on here. A lot of dope rappers up on here. And Memphis Bleek, I just think, didn't get his just due. He was always kind of in the shadow of Jay-Z, so he really was able to break out. But this is a really, really dope album. So definitely check out Memphis Bleek Made. Like I said, there's a lot of albums here, y'all, that I have not heard in a long fucking time. I don't even know when this shit dropped, but it's fucking fire. Like I said, I mean, I'm going through them, y'all. So, okay, so here we go. We going to the dirty south on this one, y'all, because, you know, I listen to everything, y'all. Burn copy, but we got it. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Crunk Juice. Now, at this point, Lil Jon and East Side Boys had a point where they were like the hottest motherfuckers in the game. Like, crunk music was the shit. Like, I was still living in Indiana, but that shit was like infectious. And when this shit dropped, when I was in high school, I remember I was clearly in high school, everybody was playing this Crunk Juice album. Like, literally, like, this shit was fucking dope. And I always remember the fucking intro, and I think it was like, I forget the name of the intro, y'all. I really do, but I know Bo Hagen, who was a dope rapper from Atlanta. I don't know what happened to him, but Bo Hagen opened that shit up. He was like, who am I? I'm Bo Hagen, being me, representing heaven. Yo, that motherfucker Bo Hagen was dope. I don't give a fuck what you say, y'all. I don't know what happened to him. But also, I mean, you got, of course, like, I mean, shit. I mean, fuck, how many Oh, it had the song Lovers and Friends with Usher and Ludacris and Lil Jon. Everybody knew about that song when that shit dropped. Everybody was like, that was a slow jam when you was in high school trying to get some dances and, you know, get some grinding on you. You know, all that shit. So yeah, Crunk Juice from Lil Jon and East Side Boys, man. Yeah, I was fucking with Lil Jon back in my high school days. Why the fuck not? Everybody was. Shit, I was just trying to fit in, nigga. Fuck you. See what else we got up in here, y'all. Here we go. Oh shit, Fat Joe, y'all. Yeah, I went through a little bit of a Fat Joe phase, but not early Fat Joe, like mid-2000s Fat Joe for some reason. It started off with this album right here. So this album, Me, Myself, and I got this one. This is the song. This is the album that had Make It Rain. And honestly, y'all, at first I didn't like Make It Rain, but then like it grew on me. But honestly, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna check this out. It also had the song, I believe it was called No Drama. Yo, the beat by the Runners. That shit hits so fucking hard. That shit knocks, yo. That song on here is fucking fire. No Drama, yeah, but yo, this is a cool album. It wasn't like, it didn't blow me away, but it was cool. I mean, it has some bangers on there, you know, and Fat Joe can rap. You know, he a legend in the game. And then I doubled down and I got this album from him when he dropped this All or Nothing. And it's because of the goddamn first single he dropped. He dropped a song called So Much More, and then he had another song on that video called Incredible, produced by Just Blaze. And both of those songs were so fire. I bought this shit, and honestly, y'all, that was the best probably parts of that album. This one's okay too, but you know, that's what happened. But shout out to Fat Joe. I was in a phase. I was in a phase is what it was. And also, you know, because, you know, I think, when was this? When was the 2000? I was still in like, okay, I got the Terror Squad album too, y'all. This one, Lean Back dropped. Everybody was leaning back, nigga, so shit. But, you know, I mean, they always drew me in with like the singles and shit. And then when I got the album, it was like, man, you know, it's what happened with Fat Joe shit. So I stopped. I stopped after like All or Nothing. I was like, I'm not falling for no more Fat Joe. You still an OG though. I still respect it. So yeah, those are the three, well, 2 Fat Joe projects plus the Terror Squad. You know, Remy Ma and some other niggas. I forget who was in Terror Squad. I really do. Remy Ma and them. I'm gonna just say Remy Ma and them because you know that's the only one I remember. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got Weezy. We got some Weezy. The Carter 2. This is personally, I would say, when I say this is my favorite Carter album, I don't know. I like this better than Carter 1. You know, I like it better than Carter 3. I don't, probably, but yo, I like the Carter 2. I'll fuck with it. You know, I'm not a super huge Wayne fan, but I like what Lil Wayne was doing on this album. I mean, of course, you had Fireman, you had, what else? Oh, what's the one song he had? Fuck. The Runners was making crazy beats. I forget the name of the song. Oh, Money on My Mind. Yo, Money on My Mind was fucking fire. Yo, I remember that shit. So yeah, Lil Wayne, Carter 2. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the Carter 2, so I'm not even gonna go too far deep into that shit. That was another high school joint when I was in high school, you know, bumping the shit that everybody else was bumping. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is the album, y'all, that honestly, I think was criminally underrated as well as the artist himself. There's an artist called Ray Cash. Now, you may or may not have heard of Ray Cash, but he came out on the scene, I believe this came out in 2006. This album is called Cash on Delivery. It's his debut album. This is one of the best debut albums I've ever heard, ever. Ray Cash is a rapper from Cleveland. He had this song called Sex Appeal, Pimpin' My Own Mind. Shit was banging. I love that fucking song. But then he had another song called Bumpin' My Music featuring Scarface. That shit was knocking. And on this album, this shit is a front to back playthrough. Like, I mean, She a G is fucking crazy. Payback is a fucking knocking track. Like, yo, Ray Cash, I think, is so underrated. Like, I don't think he got his just due. I don't know if it was just like the wrong time or he just didn't gravitate with the people. But yo, this album right here is so fucking fire. If out of any of the albums that I've told you about, listen to this shit because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have not heard this. And I'm pretty sure you can hear it. Ray Cash, Cash on Delivery. I don't know. I think he's still rapping right now. But yo, like shit. Like this album is fucking fire. Like shit. Ray Cash. Check that out for sure. Shit, I got a lot of albums in here, y'all. Yo, this is going to be a big-ass video. Okay, here we go. I got some Jay-Z in here. Not all my Jay-Z because it was in here, but yo, I got a good one. American Gangster. You already know what it is with American Gangster. One of Jay-Z's best albums. You know, it was like dropped in conjunction of the actual movie. Dropped in 2007. I mean, the production on here was fire. Jay-Z was killing it. He really did a good job. This is like, you know, I think this was after Kingdom Come, which was like not a great album. So this was one that really kind of like brought Jay-Z back into like, okay, he can still make really, really dope albums. So yeah, I really enjoyed this album, American Gangster. You probably heard this one. A lot of these albums, y'all, that I'm showing are going to be ones that you heard before. But I'm just showing you what I got up in here. Young Jeezy, The Inspiration. This was dope too. You know, I was fucking with Jeezy early on. His first 2 albums. So this one was dope. I really like this album a lot. What else? Rick Ross, Port of Miami. Rick Ross's debut album. Every Day I'm Hustling. Push It to the, oh, I love Push It. Push It to the Limit. Yo, that shit was fucking fire. Yo, you know, even though Ross, I think at this time he was still developing his flow and his sound. Compared to now, Ross is like a way better rapper. But I just think this album had its own little charm to it. So yeah, Port of Miami by Rick Ross is dope. Also, yeah, Slim Thug, Houston, Texas. Already platinum. You know, I took a shot on this album, y'all, because he had that song, I'm a Boss, and I also like the stuff he was doing when he was coming out on Star Trek. He was actually signed to Star Trek when he did this, so it's a cool album. You know, I didn't love it, but it was cool. I mean, it has some knocking tracks on there. I mean, I don't think that the Neptune's production was too, like, good for Slim Thug. I think, you know, Slim Thug, you know, wasn't really, like, a good fit for that, but it was some joints on there. I mean, shit, what else we got up in here? Oh, here we go. ALC. my man, the Alchemist, First Infantry. This album right here is fucking fire. Alchemist is one of my favorite producers, like, I mean, of all time, y'all. Like, if anything, I want to rap over Alchemist track at some point in my life because I have to. But this album right here, it had so many dope tracks, but the most notable track, of course, is Hold You Down with Prodigy and, or I think it was all of Mobb Deep. I think Habit was on there too. Nina Sky. No, I think it was just Prodigy. I think it was just Prodigy, Nina Sky, and then Alchemist actually rapped on here as well on that song too. It's got these dope, funny skits where Alchemist is talking to some A&R. It's got this little cool jingle called Our Boy Al. There's so many funny little things in this album, but the beats on here are knocking. Jadakiss on here as well. Who else? A lot of dope. I mean, that's a lot of dope motherfucking people on this album. I haven't heard this shit in a while, y'all. Like, I'm going down memory lane with all these fucking albums. I'm gonna go back and bump a lot of this shit. But actually, I'm not gonna lie. 2 of the beats on here I actually rapped on like one of my first ever mixtapes. It was the Hold You Down beat, and then it was another beat I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But yeah, Alchemist, First Infantry. Definitely check out that album. I think that's his debut album. It's fucking fire. Definitely fire. Okay, okay, here we go. D12. I got D12 World. This is their second album. Devil's Night was the first one. I think I had that one too, but I was on my old book. But D12 World I was actually waiting for. This is a dope album, y'all. I really like the production on here. I think D12 was kind of more, you know, well put together. This is when Proof was still alive as well. So, you know, Proof was on here killing it. Bizarre, Conniva, you know, Swifty McVeigh, Eminem on here, of course. They had the song My Band. You know what that song was about, you know, the funny song with My Band. Also, they had D12 World that was produced by Kanye West. That shit was dope. They had a crazy dope outro with Obi. Was I don't know who was on the outro, but it was fucking dope as fuck. I think Obi Trice was on the outro, or was that Obi Trice's debut album? I don't know, y'all. It's a long fucking time. But I know one thing: D12 World, that was a fire album. So definitely check that out. What else we got? What else we got, y'all? See, y'all wanted this shit. Don't fucking blame me. Okay, here we go. We got some Fabulous up in here, y'all. Fabulous Real Talk. Fabulous Real Talk. I don't know which, I think this is his third album, but this is the first Fabulous album that I bought. And actually, I tell you, I didn't buy it. My sister bought it for me, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And this is actually a really dope fucking album. Fabulous is a dope spitter. He's always come through with some really good songs, made a few hits. He had the song Breathe on here, which was a banger, a great hit. But my favorite song on here is Gangsta, and I always remember it because the beat is fire, but also I remember, I think it was the end of the second verse, the line he said will always be stuck in my head because when I heard that shit for the first time with my homeboy Jason, RIP, we was in the car. I had to step out the fucking car and just take a minute because I was like, that shit was fire. And it was like, and it tastes a little more than letting your pants sag, a sandbag, try to jump on the bandwagon, put the red dot on you like a Japan flag, and need some high heels in the handbag, bitch. I was like, God damn it, Fabulous. That shit was fire, though. The way he said that shit was fucking on point. And the beat was just like, woo, fire. So yeah, this is a dope album, Real Talk. But also, I think he had, I think actually Fabulous has always put together some really good albums. So check out Fabulous's whole catalog. But yeah, that's a dope album, Real Talk. Very nice album. What else we got? I'm a gauntlet style, y'all. Whatever else is here, I'm just gonna tell you some albums because like we be here all fucking day. What else? Okay, what am I? Ludacris, Release Therapy. It was cool. I liked it. It wasn't the best Luda album. Like I had Word of Mouth, Chicken and Beer. Back, you know, that was old book. I think my favorite Luda album is Word of Mouth though. That's my favorite album because that shit was fucking dope. But Release Therapy is a cool album too. Ludacris did his damn thing. He had a dope track with Field Mob on there, I think called Satisfaction. The opening joint was fire too. It is what it is. A joint with Jeezy, I think Grew Up or Screw Up, that was on there. That was fire. The Game, the documentary, enough said, classic, debut album from The Game. Hate It or Love It. What else is on there? West Side Story. Shit. Running. Like Father, Like Son. The Game solidified himself with this album. It was on point. What else? Let's see. Here we go. The OG. Bun B. Trill. The first Trill album. Fucking fire. Check it out. Bun B kills it. UGK for life. RIP Pimp C. But yeah, this shit right here, fucking dope. On point. Okay, hold up. I'm going through it. Ice Cube. Laugh Now. Cry Later. Yeah, this is the first Ice Cube album I bought, and I like this album a lot. It's dope. The song Why We Thugs, that was a single. That shit was fire. Also, I forget the name of the song, but I think he was like, ain't no other kings in this rap thing. They siblings, nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. Yo, Ice Cube still got it, yo. I wish he would drop another album, yo, like for real. You know, he needs to drop one real soon. But Laugh Now, Cry Later is dope. There's actually a funny Mike Epps skit on there where they're talking about that he needs them to make another Friday because he's going broke. It's real funny. So check out that album. Okay, here we go. Here's one. RJD2 instrumental album. This one is called Magnificent City Instrumentals. This is an album that dropped back in 2006. Some dope beats on here. RJD2 is a dope producer. If you've never heard of him, check this out. Check out his whole catalog because he's a really dope producer. He makes these really like, you know, alternative style hip hop beats, but they're really, really dope. So this is a good instrumental album. Haven't heard that one in a minute. Oh, okay. I got this book too. Tupac, All Eyes on Me, but this is just this too. I don't know what happened to this one, y'all, but classic double album. You know what's on Tupac, All Eyes on Me. But yeah, I got it. I gotta get the first disc again, or I gotta just go rebuy it. But yeah, so I got that right there. Shit, what else is up on here? I'm gonna link all these albums, y'all, that I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to go through the whole video again and just link them all. T.I., Urban Legend. This is when T.I. got out of jail and he really made it big. Bring 'Em Out, ASAP. You know, this shit was fucking hitting, yo. I fuck with this album. I like T.I. Urban Legend a lot. It's probably one of my favorite albums from T.I., you know, before he went super, super big. But yeah, that was the one. Oh, and You Don't Know Me. That shit was fire. That shit was on point. Young Guns, yeah, the Young Guns, Chris and Neef. This is their second album, Brothers from Another. It was okay. I think they had that one. I forget the name. I mean, I really don't remember too much from this album, but I know their first album, Tough Love, was a lot better. I love that one a lot better. This is after Rockefeller had the split with Dame and Jay, and they stayed at Rockefeller. So yeah, this was a cool album. It wasn't amazing, but you know, it is what it is. Twista, The Day After. This is the one after Kamikaze. Cool album. He kind of went back to his old school, old ways, you know, with the production. You know, he had a song called Chocolate Thieves and Red Bones. That shit was like that old school Twista that I like to hear. So that's the dope album. Yo, I'm rifling through. Lloyd Banks, The Hunger for More. Dope debut album. I love this album right here. You know, Lloyd Banks came through with, I think as far as G-Unit concerned, I think Lloyd Banks was the strongest lyricist and strongest, like, artist. I think it was better than Young Buck and Yayo. I mean, I don't count Game because Game kind of went out the way, but you know, as far as connected with G-Unit 100% still, Lloyd Banks had it. So yeah, it was a dope debut album. On Fire. I think the only song I remember off the top of my head was On Fire, but that shit was fire. It was on fire. Another Luda album, Red Light District. Yo, this was cool too. Probably one of my favorite albums. I mean, it had Get Back, I think. And then it had The Potion. That was a dope song with Timbaland produced that one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, not one of my favorites, but it is what it is. Another Tupac joint, Burn joint. Loyal to the Game. This is a posthumous. I learned how to say the word, y'all. Posthumous album. I think this is the album that Eminem actually produced fully, and it was okay. I mean, you know, I don't really didn't care too much for many posthumous Tupac projects. This one was just another okay one. But the production on there was like, I mean, Tupac's vocals fit, but it really didn't feel too much like a genuine Tupac album. But it's okay for what it is. I mean, R.I.P. to Pac, but you know, if he ain't in Cuba, that is, you know, you don't know. This is the Rough Riders compilation. I forget the name of it. I think it's like Ride or Die Volume 4, or I don't know what it was, but they had this song Get Wild. That was dope. And then I think DMX and Jadakiss and a whole bunch of other people are on here. I think this is the last like Rough Riders compilation where like the original Rough Riders members were all on there. So yeah, but it wasn't the best one. It wasn't Volume 1 or Volume 2. So yeah, it was okay. And that was, I think that's it, y'all. And we gonna end it right here with, you know, I had to do it, but fuck it, let's do this. I'm gonna treat y'all. See this right here? T. Wooly, me. The very first, okay, not the first, but like the first one I want to tell people about, T. Wooly Project, 88 Year of the Prodigy. This shit right here is what got me on point. Now my first quote-unquote project was an EP called Souls Neo Lyricist. We don't talk about that. So we got this right here. 10 tracks, shit was fire. I mean, at the time I thought it was fire. I mean, I could do a lot better. Don't listen to this shit. If you can find it. This is like the master copy because I didn't make actual like straight up copies. Yeah, I had Nonsense. I was at ODB Brooklyn Zoo. I rhymed over that with a song called Nonsense. I rapped over Talib Kweli's Get By beat on here. Shit, some Ninth Wonder joints. Don't sue me, Ninth. A whole other. I mean, it was a lot of dope joints on here. You know, it was a good project. And then I came back with this joint, the Prima Genius. That was the one to follow up. This is my take on a full-length album, and the same thing. I rapped over a whole bunch of different instrumentals, but I actually made it more of an album sense. So yeah, this is the one that I really enjoyed a lot too. This was fun to make. You know, I actually got on the track with my brother. A whole bunch of other cats came through. My homeboy Jason did a skit on there, RFP. So that was dope. And then we got this one, Last Grains of Sand EP. This is the EP I dropped before Chrome and Ivory, y'all. And this one right here had some dope, all original beats except for the last one, which I actually rapped over the song Sincerely from Suchi, a Japanese producer. I flipped it to a song called Last Grains of Sand, which is one of my favorite songs, which is quote unquote the last T Wooly song, and it's a dope ass song. That beat is fucking beautiful. That beat is fucking gorgeous. So yeah, T Wooly, Last Grains of Sand. And then we came upon this motherfucker right here, MF Wooly, Chrome and Ivory. This is the actual CD copy of it that you would buy if they were still in existence. But I gotta have a copy for myself. I actually got two, but it's all good. Classic. What more can I say? Shit is a classic. My first classic. I killed these beats. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This album rivals any other body who's ever rhymed over a Doom beat. I will put this shit up to their album tenfold and win, because this shit was a fucking classic. Straight up. And then you got your boy who he is now, Granddad Wooly. Hold on. I thought I was ready. I'm going through it. I'm going through them all. Hold on. I'm ready. And then we got this joint, Get 'em Granddad, the 1032 LP, my debut album as Granddad Wooly. I love this fucking album. Think it's highly underrated, underappreciated. But, as a follow-up for Chrome and Ivory, I think I did a good fucking job. Also, this is the first time me and Chicano worked together. Me and Hostile Product worked together, who I still work with to this day, as well as the other lot of dope producers. I carried over a lot of themes from Chrome and Ivory to this project, and it came off really well. So, I really enjoyed this one. This is a really dope album. And then we got the Double Dose joint, and I love the CD design I did on this album. Granddad Wooly, Flight to Lisbon. Look at that shit, yo. The fucking design I did on that shit. This is actually the flag of the city of Lisbon, Portugal. But I just kind of makeshifted it into my CD cover. It's fucking dope. And then I also dropped the debut EP from me and Hostile Product, Grand Hostility Project Zero EP. This was actually a double release on the same day when it dropped. This was Chapter 6.5. This album is dope. This EP is dope. I mean, if you saw my countdown, you already know what some of the songs on here are. But I just want to show y'all the actual CDs of them, which is fucking fire. And then, of course, my second classic that I call my second classic, the Vanilla Tape. Granddad Wooly, the Vanilla Tape. That's the CD copy right there. I mean, what more can I say about this project? This shit is another classic, beautiful project. Don't consider it an album. It's a musical presentation piece. 30 minutes of just glorious beautifulness. One of my most personal projects, an album that I needed to make. It's not an album, project that I needed to make. And yo, I still love this. I put this next to Chrome and Ivory. This is my second classic. And yeah, I mean, if you ain't heard this one, you fucking up, because this shit is fucking dope. And then the last motherfucking thing that I ever put on CD, y'all, as of now, is of course this, the one that most of y'all found me over. Experiments 1 through 6, me and Chicano. You know what this is about. I mean, the 6-song EP, We Are Not Playing, Supreme Collaboration, I mean, come on now, Don't You Go Nowhere, Insane. I mean, 6 songs of fire, dope project. I love the design. I designed all these CD covers too, y'all. I just love how I did this one here with the Roman numerals like that, going from left to right, really on point. And yeah, it is what it is. So, I had to close it out with my shit, y'all. Call me selfish, I don't give a fuck. But yo, that's gonna do it, y'all, for CD case studies. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all for digging this concept, digging this series. I know it took a while for me to get through it. There's a lot of albums that I wish I could have talked about that I wasn't able to get a hold of. That's why the delay was there. But I will say that, CDs, even though they are quote unquote the inferior medium these days with digital and streaming, and now vinyl is pretty much like the more popular as far as physical mediums are concerned. CDs still hold a great place in my heart. Collections were amazing. You know, the days of you having to carry your book around and figure out what CD you were going to listen to going to school or put it in your car. If you had a little CD visor, you only had a certain amount of CDs, or you kept the book in your car, and, you know, going to the store and buying a new CD and looking at the track list and the design and everything, that experience is not here as much as it used to be anymore, which is sad because, you know, that's how I grew up listening to music. So I'm always going to appreciate CDs and going to cop albums, and, you know, I have a lot of stories and history with them, and I'm pretty sure if you did the same thing, you do as well. So shout out to CDs, y'all. I mean, if they end up dying, you know, we had a good run, and I'm going to continue to have this right here for as long as I possibly can, because, you know, just the memories that are in this book, it's more than just music. It's just chapters and stories in my life that this became a soundtrack to. And that's gonna do it for CD Case Studies, y'all. It's the grand finale. So until next time I take my leave, Granddada, CD Case Studies is fucking over. Leave me the fuck alone. Get these CDs out of my goddamn hand. I don't wanna even look at them no more. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna listen to them shits anymore after this. I really am. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just sell them. Nobody gonna buy them shits. They ain't worth shit. Fuck, nigga. That's a dead medium. It's okay. It's okay. I'm out of here.